Hi and welcome to a new urban exploration video. It's been a while coming, mainly about not having time to make any of these. But here I am at this place called Wianamatta Regional Park. Basically it's at Ropes Crossing, which is near St Marys, west of Sydney, where they had a munitions building factory here.
Okay, before we go any further, let's have a look at the map so you know where we are. This is Ropes Crossing as it appears today. As you can see, lots and lots of houses, but it wasn't always that way. If we turn back time, here we are. This is what it looked like in the late 70s. Completely different. And all the buildings here is associated with the munitions factory. And if we go back to the present for reference, this is where I am right now. And basically, further to the west is all the open land, which I'm going to be walking around in today.
Now most of the land at Ropes Crossing has been turned into housing, but some of it has been kept empty, and that's what we're going to have a look at now. So it's not really a rare and exclusive sort of look at anything. It's quite easy to get to. You can see families and kids going around here, but I haven't seen any videos in here, so that's why I'm here. So let's have a look at what's left of this piece of history of Western Sydney, where they used to make bombs and shells and munitions. Now just a short walk into the place, you see a lot of these old buildings where they used to store various components of their bombs and shells. The buildings, from what I've found out, were given numbers like S10, S20. The S stood for shell. Apparently most of the dangerous buildings have been removed, and whatever wasn't dangerous just left here. Now these are just looking like normal suburban roads, but they're cut off from the main streets, so you can't actually drive in here. They've done a lot of work in here. As you can see, there's toilets just in there. That's back at the building I was just looking at, with the area of Ropes Crossing just up there. But let's keep going behind me and see what else there is here. Okay, and walking further down that road, I've now come up to a four-way intersection. We can either keep going straight ahead, or to my left is that road down there, or to my right, which is behind me now, is this way. It looks like another intersection up there too. Okay, I'll keep going straight ahead for a bit. There's lots of streets in here. There was basically, it was like a small city, a whole suburb they had of this area when they were building the munitions. It was in operation since about after World War II up until the late 80s, where they closed it down, and it was left in an unused state till about the early 2000s when they started to develop it. And they did in fact have some train stations coming through here. Still walking. There's something on my side here. I think it's another toilet block. Oh, this is a picnic area, as you can see. Very quiet here. There was a family you saw that were coming out as I was going in. Since then, there's nobody here. Okay, and as I keep walking up this particular road, you'll see this large cleared out area, which was probably one of the storage buildings. If you go back onto Google Earth, for example, and use the historical imagery, you can probably go back to a time when there was a building here. I guess it was one of the more dangerous ones that they had to remove, which is apparently what on the internet it said. They've just left the harmless ones. Now you can see up here, there is the side of a building. Let's have a look at that. But before I do, that's where I was coming from, and I've just passed another intersection with this tall road going up there, which was probably joins up with the last intersection I showed you. And that comes down, crosses over this road that I'm on, and goes on down there for quite a way. Oh, okay, yeah, here is about near the back. There's these two buildings. No power here anymore, which is a good thing. That's a big bloody speaker up there, telling everyone, get back from smoko, get back to work. Okay. Very big area here. Let's see what's down there. There's another building. Okay, that's the end of the first building. There's a bit of a gap in the middle. Lots of embankments, as you can see around here, because of their explosive storage. Now, as you can see in the second building, it's not barricaded and closed up. Yeah, front door's wide open. Well, there is no front door. And there's apparently not much of a roof either. If we have a little tippy toe inside here, that's all there is. And here I am at the end of these two buildings. And now, as you can see, the road that goes around here is just a big circle, and it goes around the back of the buildings before coming back out to the front where I started off. And as I previously mentioned, all the buildings around here have this significant embankment around them. That's about, it looks like about 8 to 10 foot tall. This is the far end of the second building. This is a sweeping look at the back of those two buildings. It's quite a good view. I found a dry spot and I've run up this embankment on this side. I wanted to see what's on the other side. Not much, it looks like the back fence. From what I recall of the Google Maps, this was right at the end of the property. Phone number there if anyone wants to give it a call. Okay, returning from those two buildings, I've gone up the road I showed you before, which ran diagonally to the one I was at, because of course on the map for this regional park there's a developed picnic grounds area which is supposed to look pretty nice. I'm yet to see that, so let's have a look at that before I go and try and find some more old buildings. Here I am at another crossroads. There's one up there that goes to my left. If I follow the road straight ahead, it turns a little bit to straighten up, going right down there. You can even see a big puddle of water down there. And further down here was the previous crossroad I think I showed you before. And the road I was just on, of course, is over there. So all big empty roads, nobody as far as the eye can see. Okay, the place has got a lot of the little marker posts, which sort of, I don't know what they mean. The map of the area would probably tell me what a green arrow and what a red arrow means, but it's both a walking track and a bicycle track. But no dogs allowed. As I followed that road up to the end, looks like I found a bit of an old roundabout here. As you can see, the road goes both sides around this little island in the middle, and more or less continues up here. But there's no need to go further down here, because as you can see, that's the end. There's the main road there. I just saw some cars go past. I think that's Palomira Road, so no need to go down there. It's not park area I was looking for. Just came around a corner and look what I found up here. Just give you another look at the lay of the land out here. That little kangaroo skipped away once I took a few more steps towards it. All emptiness out here, but you might be able to see right in the background is the housing on Ropes Crossing. That's how close I am to it again. Still did not find that picnic area. Okay, gotten closer down. You can see where these roads obviously connect up to what is now roads in Ropes Crossing. If you look on the maps and go back in time, you can see most of the roads there just sort of mimic what used to be here. And they've just put that sort of embankment there that you can see to block the way. And pretty much also with the road that was right in front of me, that's the house that you could see up there. And I think this little, looks like a little pathway, is like about a quarter of the road, the rest of which is probably buried all underneath there. And that would have led to an original road that kept going up through the housing area. But on my right, oh, let me catch my breath, is this road here with that water puddle that we saw. I have to go back that way to get back to where I was before. I was walking along and I saw this. Looks like it's original signpost, probably with markings for what's in the area. Yes, you can see some bolts on it there, pretty rusty, hasn't been used in a long time. Well, the good news is I finally found the picnic ground area I was talking about.
If you're wondering about those tyre tracks, you can see, considering I said there's no public vehicle access to this place, they belong to a council truck. Before, when I was walking in here, there was a truck I saw going by in the distance on down one of those crossroads, but I didn't film it.
At the back here, you can see there's a few picnic tables to the right there, and in the centre, a large grassed field, which is obviously just for playing. You can't bring your pets here, they don't allow it. Picnic area looks like this. And for some reason there's nobody here today. That's the back of a information sign down there. I'll have a look at that in a moment. Looks like there's a road down there. And to the other side of this area, of course, you can see there some toilets. There's the pathway I was just talking about. And you wouldn't believe it, or at least I wouldn't believe it, it's a bloody car park. I wonder where this one leads in from. Here I am at another gate. And you can see the sign there ready to use. It has nothing in it, and I figured it out. This whole area is still inaccessible. The road that I'm on leads down there. It's the back road. Well, here I am at the back road. Ropes Crossing is all up that way, and if you see on the map, there's a road that goes between the administration building and the fire station, and it will go all the way down here. None of these roads have names on it. They're just blank empty roads, and they're going to rebuild this road, and it will lead into the side of Jordan Springs over there. And I wanted to get on that road and see how it goes, because there's a bridge. I wanted to see all that, but I won't be doing that today or anytime soon. So I'd say it's an end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it, showing some of the buildings, the shell storage facilities in Ropes Crossing here in what used to be the old ADI site. Well, as I walk back to my car, I'd like to say thanks for watching this video. As usual, any comments or questions, you can leave them down below. There will be more videos to be made when I get time to get out to the places and do the filming, of course. On my way back to the car, saw this. Not sure what that is. Looks like it's a water pipe or something. There's that one there, and another part of one here. And of course, there's that picnic area that I just mentioned before. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.